Yeah, I would say poor execution of the fundamentals in the majority of the third period. So just things like decisions on the power play, shoot versus pass, rush defend, of course, making sure that we're in good position on the rush defend, or back checking the D-zone coverage, make sure that we're tracking back towards our net, not down the walls. Just basic fundamentals. So that was the difference in the game.
Is it a case of having a lot of opportunities in the first half of the game that didn't quite go in and that came back to bite you?
Yeah, although we've already learned that lesson. We learned that lesson in Vancouver on Saturday, that if you have a lot of chances and they don't go in for whatever reason, you absolutely cannot deviate from the rest of your game. The second you do, it's just the way hockey works, the other team gets a chance and it goes in. So you must always execute the fundamentals properly, regardless of whether the chances are going in or not, regardless of what the score is, regardless of your opponent, regardless of whether you're home or away. That's a tough lesson for our team in front of our home fans, and I hope it's a lesson that we've learned now, because we've had plenty of opportunities to learn it.
Not a ton of losing so far this season, but that's 2 straight. What's the message to the locker room after a couple tough nights back to back?
Unacceptable is the first one, and fundamentals is the second one.
You mentioned the power play. You guys were 1 for 5 tonight. A lot of puck movement there. Just your thoughts on the power play tonight?
Yeah, so some good puck movement, especially early in the first 2 periods. We had some passing options available. Red Deer did a good job, to adjust and take those away. So the goal came from having a shooting mentality with Regan Nagy. Unfortunately, the power play after that, we had chances to shoot and didn't. So we really should have followed Regan's lead on that, and I think put pucks more on net. We didn't, and that allowed them to get some exits.
What do you think has happened to the finishing on this team? The chances are there. They're working hard to get the chances.
Yeah.
It's just not going in. Just the finishing touch doesn't seem to be there.
Yeah, no, I don't totally agree with that, Cleve. I think the effort has been really good to create the chances, and a lot of times it's the goalie's making a great save, or it's hitting the post or whatever it might be. So the lesson to learn from that for all players, offensive players or whatever role the player might be in, is just perseverance. Just to stay on the puck and hunt the puck, and just make sure you stay with it until it goes in, no matter what, as opposed to watching and hoping it might go in.
And you mentioned defensive zone coverage. Obviously, you were exposed a few times tonight.
Yeah, really only 3 times that I can think of. Twice were more up ice decisions that caused us to be out of sorts, out of order, coming back into our zone. And then once was again a back check into our zone where they scored the tying goal.
One thing I noticed tonight, maybe the giveaways in the defensive zone. You must be a little concerned about that.
More the offensive zone, honestly. Yeah, I thought we didn't manage the puck as well in the offensive zone as we could have, and that created the D-zone coverage situation. So you take that stuff away 200 feet away, and you're not playing in your own zone. Yeah.
2-game road trip coming up against Spokane and Tri-City, 2 really good teams. Just your thoughts on that upcoming road trip?
We'll need our very best. We'll need our very best game, our best fundamentals, our best team game in order to win those games.
Missing a key defenseman tonight, was that a major factor?
We love Ralphie. He's a great player. He's one of our leaders. He's one of our best defensemen. But you play with who's in the lineup, and we had plenty of horses to get the job done tonight, and we didn't get it done.
Regan, just your thoughts. Coach said unacceptable. 2 words: unacceptable and fundamentals. Just your thoughts on the game.
Obviously not good enough. We're gonna have to learn from this. It's happened a couple times now, and we just have to. We have to move on, and we have to learn from it, and we have to be ready to work tomorrow, and just get ready for the next one.
2 straight losses in the season. I haven't seen a lot of them. What's the message in the locker room to try and turn things around right now?
It starts with the older guys. We got to be better, work harder, practices games, falls on us. Everybody's working hard, and coaching staff is always there, and they're always ready to work for us. And I think it just falls on the older guys. We have to be better.
You guys worked so hard to get back into it, take a 3rd period lead at home. It's happened a few times this season. Is it just a lack of killer instinct at the end? And you guys, instead of just trying to add more, you try to sort of protect the lead?
Just something we got to work on. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and we'll learn from it, and get ready for the next game.
Hey, Matthew. Coach said he had 2 words: unacceptable and fundamentals. Just your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, you know what? I think for the first 2 periods we played pretty well. I think my line, I think we probably could have had 8 or 9 goals. That happens sometimes. So. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, the fundamentals weren't quite there. That's something we need to learn and keep working at, because I think obviously it's still pretty early. There's some things that we know the standard and know it's not good enough, but I think, yeah, the little fundamentals are probably the difference tonight.
And just could have been up 4-0 early. What's happened to the finishing? It's just puck luck sometimes, but it's just not going in for you guys last 2 games.
Yeah, you know what, I think, yeah, on a personal note, I think there's some chances there that usually go in, and it's important not to get too frustrated. I think you got to realize that we're doing our best, and sometimes the puck's just not going to go in. I hit a couple posts and that, and obviously you want to see it go the other way, but it's something that if you get too frustrated and look into it too much, then I think it's only going to affect you negatively. So yeah, obviously you want to see those go in, but it's not the end of the world, and there's new games.
It's back-to-back losses for you guys in a season where losing hasn't been that much of a trend. What do you say to the guys in the locker room trying to turn things around here moving forward?
Yeah, obviously it's not ideal. If you lose a game, you always want to bounce back. And that's obviously something we're going to work at. I think it's early, and I think obviously going back to the fundamentals is probably the biggest thing that we can improve on. So I think obviously we have a couple days here to turn it around, and obviously take some time to look at what we did wrong tonight and correct it and kind of take ownership on it. But I think we'll bounce back and we'll push ourselves to be better in the next few games.
Was it also the case last couple of games with a couple of desperate teams to beat Vancouver 4 times straight? Rebels are way down there in the standings. Are they just more desperate than you guys?
You know what, I think they played with desperation. I think both nights the teams were ready to face us. Obviously we're not really going to sneak up on anyone, but I think we played desperate. I think obviously sometimes the puck just doesn't go in. Last 2 games it just didn't go in. So I think, yeah, like 9 out of 10 times Soise and Pex and guys will bury those chances. So it's unlucky, and there's obviously a few things that didn't quite go our way, but you know what, I think we did work hard. We just got to be a little smarter on certain things.
Old teammate Jared Demetra on the other side, did you have any words or any discussions with him?
Yeah, JD's one of my best friends, so I know this game meant a lot to him, and he played hard. I think he competed really well. And it's kind of weird seeing him on the other side of things, but you know what, I think he had a lot of nerves going in tonight, and he played hard, and yeah, obviously we didn't want to lose the game, but I think overall it was a big game for him, and he's a really good guy, a really good person, and he's done a lot for his organization, so I think it was fun to play against him.